Hey everyone, welcome back to The Healthy Human. Today's video is how to set goals and actually achieve them. I think a lot of people have goals but ultimately don't stick with them because they aren't well prepared and haven't actually outlined the steps properly so that they can actually achieve them. Today I'm going to take you step by step through that preparation so you can actually achieve your goals and not be one of those people that just gives up after a short period of time. This is a topic I'm actually super passionate about. I set goals for myself all the time and I really want to help people that might be struggling. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get to it. So firstly, you obviously have to identify what your goal actually is. So some examples, I want to lose 10 kilos, or I want to be able to run 5k, or I want to read one book every single month. Goal specifics. So the next step is that you actually have to be super specific with that goal and the details. So in relation to the I want to read a book every month, it could be that I also have to read, half those books have to be non-fiction, or half of them have to be ones I haven't read before, or I have to read these type of books, or whatever. But you have to be specific in what you want. Steps to take to achieve this. So next you have to outline the steps that you need to do in order to achieve this goal. So if it's weight loss related, you could say I have to work out 4 times a week at least. Or you could add I have to meal prep for 6 days of the week, and on the 7th day I can be a little bit more flexible. And I will set an alarm every morning and that's when I will do my workouts. Could also be buying a gym membership, getting some equipment, or actually getting a personal trainer. So outline exactly the steps you need to take in order to get this goal up and running. Things that will help me achieve this goal. So now think about the things that will help you actually achieve it. So this is kind of similar to the step we just did in order, what are the steps I need to take, but it's slightly different. So it could be scheduling time to work on that specific goal every week or every day or every month. It could be doing a lot of research or getting feedback from someone else, or being more consistent with your deadlines, etc. So what is going to help you be more efficient and more likely to accomplish this goal? What should I learn more about? So this one is just a little bit that I like to include. Maybe it's that you need to research healthier recipes or new workouts, or different genres of books, different authors, or different parks that you could run at, or different tracks, or editing software or apps or anything like that. So focus on things that you know will help you, just like those little extra things that will just kind of move you forward. Who can help? Next is identifying which people or what things can help you. This is also another extra little bit that I just like to include. So if you happen to be struggling when you're kind of doing this goal, that you know that there is someone or something that you can turn to that can help. Whether it's your partner for motivation or reassurance, or maybe it's your friend that knows a lot about nutrition and fitness and different types of workouts and the benefits of all those things. Or maybe your family can give you great book recommendations if you're struggling to find out what the next thing is you want to read. Or maybe if your motivation to work out is kind of starting to lack, maybe you can ask a sibling, maybe you want to join me in a workout, and that will automatically make you more motivated. You have someone to work out, and yeah, having a workout buddy is definitely so much easier than doing it alone. For me personally. So setbacks that might come up. After that, you need to determine what are the things that might set you back. So what is going to get in your way of achieving this goal? So things like having a schedule that's way too busy, it's so jam-packed, you won't have time for it, being lazy, not motivated, maybe you're really tired, maybe the weather is, raining on your parade and you can't actually go outside and do whatever you need to do. Maybe you have additional commitments that you didn't realize would come up, or maybe you spend way too much time on your phone. So literally like anything. So being aware of these things means that you can actually prepare for them and then develop ways in which you can get around them. So, if you do that at the start of your goal, then by the time it comes around, or you've realized that this is actually something that's affecting you, then you know exactly how to just whip it back into shape and just completely just push it off to the side and just continue down your path of your goal. What is your motivation? So why do you want this? Is it because you want to promote your business? Do you want to educate people? Do you want to obtain a second kind of income for yourself so you can save up that money and buy the car that you've really wanted to buy? Maybe you want to increase your confidence, or you want to have better moods so you're happier or more motivated. Maybe you just want to be able to keep up with your kids, or you want to become strong enough that you can do a chin-up. Write down your motivation. Desired outcome. So what exactly do you want in the end? What is your perfect ending? What would be completely ideal? How does this goal end for you? Why do you want to achieve this? You then need to identify why you want to achieve this goal. Now this is kind of similar to motivation, I guess. Is it because you want to feel more confident, or you want to increase your knowledge in a certain topic or an aspect of your life, or maybe you want to feel less stressed? Identifying your why can be really helpful in dissecting your goal and actually finding out your reasons for wanting it. And of course, those things can also be a really big motivator. How will achieving this make me feel? So how will you feel when this is all over? Elated, confident, just happier, proud of yourself? These feelings, obviously, everyone wants to feel like that, so that can also be a massive motivator. So this ensures that you don't just let the weeks or the days or the months just slip by. And it can also help with evaluating your progress throughout. So maybe you find out that you're actually a bit behind schedule, or you're a bit ahead of schedule. So your goals need to be measurable. So if you need to earn like a certain amount of money in 6 months, and at the 3-month mark you haven't even earned half, then you obviously need to evaluate. Maybe you're not working hard enough. Maybe you could spend some more time on it, or be more effective in your strategy, or anything like that. And also, it kind of gives you something to look forward to. So now I'm going to go through one of my own goals, so I can kind of talk you through it and give you an example of everything that I've just said. So I have all my goals here in this book. It's got my initials on it. I like to keep all my goals in kind of the same place. If I ever want to look at them, I can just kind of whip it open and just kind of scan through. And then also, it's a fairly decent sized notebook, so once I've achieved a goal, cross it out, start on the next one. And then this can obviously go on for ages because there's so many pages, but I love kind of writing my goals down. There's something different about writing them down rather than typing them up. But yeah, anyway, babbling. So one of my current goals is to read 50 books by the end of next year, so the end of 2021. So that's my goal, and my goal specifics are that I want to have read 50 different books, so I've filled up my bookshelf. And this, of course, includes heaps of different books that I haven't read. I'm allowed to read some I have read, but ultimately I want to kind of increase my knowledge in all different areas. Also non-fiction, kind of different genres, everything like that. And so that is my specifics. So my steps to achieve this goal are: read a few chapters every single night, read at least 2 books per month. So that means that by the end of kind of like the 2 years, I would have read like 24 books. But ultimately that's at least 2 a month. So hopefully I'll read a bit more than that when I have a bit more time. And number 3 is make sure I have books ready to go, so I'm not wasting time, trying to find the next book to read. So things that are going to help me achieve my goal are scheduling specific times for me to read. So like, 3 p.m. on weekends, or 7 o'clock at night, or something like that. Choosing to read instead of scrolling on my phone, and making sure I read every single night before bed. What do I need to learn more about? Non-fiction books. So I really want to increase my area of reading, I usually just read like romance and fantasy, but I really want to branch out into kind of different areas. And also like I might increase my knowledge about something, like I might actually learn something that's kind of relevant to the world. And I also want to read more books that are kind of like those must read, like the kind of books that you kind of have to read like at least once in your life before you die. And the people that can help me are pretty much just like my family or my friends, you know, for book suggestions, like, or even like the internet if I wanted to look up kind of something like that. So setbacks that might come up are my busy work or study schedule. So I work part-time and I'm also studying full-time, so sometimes and I'm also doing another course, so sometimes obviously my schedule can get a bit crazy and I have a lot of things like going on at once, and sometimes I just get so caught up in my work or I get so behind in my study, and then I kind of feel like I can't justify taking out the time to then read. Like sometimes it feels like maybe that time would be better off spent studying than reading. Another setback could be being not sure about what to read next. Like 50 books is like a lot, so I might get confused or not sure about what to read next or something like that. And my other setback is having little variety in the books that I read, or pretty much like my unwillingness to stray from my usual book type. Like I've just got to give other books a chance. So my desired outcome is that I would have read 50 books, all different varieties and topics, and I would have filled up my bookshelf. And obviously I want to read a lot of books that I haven't read before. Like I don't want to just go back and read stuff that I have read. You know, obviously I want to expand my book knowledge. And I want to achieve this goal just because I love reading. It is a really big form of self-care for me, and I find it's like super relaxing for me, and like just getting into a book, getting into the zone and that world, just, I don't know, it just kind of takes you away from the stresses or whatever's happening in real life. And also I haven't read consistently for years. Like I used to read all the time when I was younger, and I just have not done that since I was probably in like primary school, so I really would love to get back to that. And how will achieving this make me feel? Extremely happy, accomplished, and also I feel like it'd get me really excited about reading again. And my deadline, of course, is the end of 2021. And there you go. That is my step-by-step on how to set achievable goals, no matter what they are. So I hope that was really useful. So I do these steps for all my goals, no matter what they are. And I sometimes read these through the week. So like I go through this book every so often and just kind of read them. Or you could kind of write them on a piece of paper and kind of stick them somewhere where you will always see them, like on your desk or next to your bed or something like that. Just make sure they are SMART goals, so they are specific. So don't just say, I want to lose weight, like say exactly how much. Include why it's important to you, why you want to do this, who's involved, why do you want to achieve this, basically. Measurable, so can it be measured basically, like by the amount of money or the number on the scale, or 50 books. Basically, how will you know when it is accomplished? Achievable, so is this goal actually something that you can achieve? So don't just make it super unrealistic, like I want to become a bodybuilder in like 2 weeks, because obviously that's not going to happen. So yeah, don't make it impossible or super unrealistic for yourself. Relevant, so is it worthwhile? So is this goal the right fit for me and my lifestyle? Does it match my efforts? Will I actually be able to achieve this in the current community or the current environment? And lastly, time. So when will I start? How long is it going to take? What part of that goal can I do right now? Or what just has to wait a few weeks? You know, set the time for yourself. And basically, what's the deadline for that is part of the time. So please post any comments down below. I would love to know what your goals are, or any tips that you have that might actually really help people that are goal setting. I would love to know. And make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so I can keep making videos exactly like this. I love making videos, and I've really come to like YouTube and kind of sharing this kind of knowledge with everyone. So yeah, I hope everyone has a lovely day, and I will see you next time.